This is my older brother, oldest brother. And this is me with my oldest brother. Christmas out of the prison.
Look at the camera.
Aren't they cute? My name is Mark Dominic Neal. I am 56 years old. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, and I suffer from bipolar schizophrenia. My mom is a drug addict, and my dad was shot and killed because of drugs when I was 9. Kind of funny how some things run in the family. I moved to Utah when I was a teenager and found my calling. Enrolled myself in the School of Hard Knocks. I majored in smash and grabs with a minor in armed robbery. Started my first prison stint at the age of 18. I was only supposed to do 7 years, but got another 4 tacked on for assisting in the escape of another inmate. Fucking parole board. I was just trying to be a nice guy. The one thing I look forward to every week were the visits from my family. Not so much my mom, who would show up coked out or high on speed, but my baby sis, Saquon. She was my pride and joy. I knew she would grow up to do great things, and she was the only one in my family who really understood me. She never judged me, and she was always so excited to see me when those visiting gates opened. She would run, jump up into my arms, and would throw a fit if I tried to put her down. I also remember how excited she got to show me what a CD Walkman was the day that I paroled home for the first time. Yeah, a lot changes during the course of 11 years. But the one thing that did not change was my mental illness. It wasn't something I talked about, but it was always there. Some meds made me feel all right, but some made me feel 10 times worse. It was a balancing act that I could never seem to get just right. It was exhausting trying to keep myself whole. What being bipolar feels like to me is confusing because I feel my real self get pulled into the void. Then the person who comes through from there scares me because I don't know that dude. So I isolate myself because I don't want to hurt anyone the way I hurt. I experience happiness in a way that regular people can't even dream of, but I also experience darkness that those regular people can't even fathom. Sometimes I feel like I'm He-Man and I'm tapped into the power of Grayskull. Then in the blink of an eye, it all turns into some Skeletor type shit. I wish I could give you all a glimpse of the riot that goes on inside my head. The silent riot against myself, the not-so-silent riot against my family and those closest to me, and the riot that I push against society on a daily basis. Then on the occasions where I thought self-medicating with meth was the thing to do, well, it made my body feel better, and it helped me to forget about my brain, but then people started following me and my phones were being tapped. Never really decided if that trade-off was worth it. One constant in my life, though, through all the craziness, was the connection with my baby sis. She offered me an unconditional love and was always there for me when she could be. Like the time when I was having a manic episode and I stabbed myself in the leg. My mom and my baby sis showed up to see 3 cops on top of me with one's knee on the back of my neck, with my hands cuffed behind my back. Don't worry, this is normal for my family to see. My mom asked the police officers if she could talk to me, so the one with the knee decided to take a break. My mom bent down, asked me what the fuck I was doing, and slapped me in my face. Damn, Mom, I'm already on the ground. It was my baby sis who pulled her away from me, told her that was definitely not going to help me. Then you know what sis did? She laid down on the ground next to me, looked me in my eye, and asked me, Mark, how can I help you? What can I do for you right now? All I wanted was the handcuffs to be loosened because I couldn't feel my hands anymore, and a beautiful fucking thing happened. She politely asked the police to loosen them, and they did. Funny what can happen when people ask what they can do for one another.
Oh, yeah.
My baby sis, we've been through some crazy times together, boy. She always had my back. Like that one time I got my hands on some good. And my wife at the time, Christina, called her and Mom at 1 in the morning to come help. While everyone else was calling me crazy and trying to slip me sleeping pills and my Sprite thinking I would fall for it, my baby sis was the only person who listened to me. The only friend I had in that moment. And the only one who helped me look for that little blue man who was trying to plant a bomb in the engine of the car. We listened for him together. We looked for him together with flashlights. We even teamed up at opposite sides of the car to flush him out and snatch that motherfucker. I knew he was in there. And she was the only one who believed me. We never caught him though, that little punk ass dude. So it is now the year 2020. I am once again out on parole for the umpteenth time. I am living in a camper trailer that is in my mom's yard. She doesn't want me living in the spare bedroom downstairs because she doesn't want my parole officer to have access to her house, even though I use the kitchen and the bathroom. Oh well, that's typical tweaker behavior, I get it. But when I fuck up and relapse, she locks me out and forces me to walk 2 blocks away to use the bathroom at 7-Eleven. Yo, how can you be mad at me for doing what I do in the privacy of my 4 walls when you're doing the same fucking thing in yours? Oh well, I will soon learn that death brings forgiveness in all things. But that is when it started. The beginning of the end. The loneliness, the isolation, the sadness, desperation. The feeling of defeat and having no way out of it. Even though I'm free from my prison cell, I'm still locked up inside my head. There's no other way to deal with this life that I am trapped inside of, this damnation that I call my mind. So I messaged my baby sis. Look, sis, I want to say I love you.
We love you, Saquon.
And no matter what goes on, you'll always be my baby sis. No, I'm not high yet, but I will be soon. I'll have to be to do what I'm about to do. I'm not writing you to fight. I just wanted to say I love you. And when you think of me, be kind. Everyone thinks I'm bullshitting about this, but you're my baby sis, and I'm telling you it's going to happen. I'm too old to run. It'll just prolong it. And I will not go back to prison. I just want to say goodbye, and I love you. Keep your eyes on the news, because this is going to be a good one. That was on Thursday, January 30th, and I wish things could have popped off then, but my homie wasn't able to come through with the strap until Sunday night. But on the morning of Monday, February 3rd, 2020, I was able to make good on my promise. I was tripping, thought somebody was hiding under my trailer trying to kill me, and my baby sis wasn't around to climb under there and look. And once my stepdad saw me talking to myself, pacing around on the front porch with a revolver in my hand, he locked the door and called 911. Once that happens, and dispatch pulls up my name and my criminal history, which consists of a football field long list of aggravated charges, including assaults on police officers, I know exactly how they are going to show up. Just like I know what they're going to do when I raise my gun at them. 6 officers fire at me, and I lose my life that day. I know that many of you may be thinking that that is excessive force, also known as police brutality. But I want you all to know I orchestrated this outcome. I planned to have them carry out my self-destructive plans, and I did so without regard to how it would affect any of them. I didn't realize that this day will cause irreversible trauma, seared in their memory forever. The day they had to take a man's life. I just wanted to go out with a bang. I just wanted to be set free. But that is not where my story ends, because I have my baby sis stepping in to be the voice that I no longer have.
Fuck yeah.
And through her, I want to tell you all this. Please stop hurting each other by turning the other cheek. Mental illness is alive and well, and if we don't fucking talk about it and lead people to seek help, more blood is going to be spilled. The next time you see someone in distress, talking to themselves on the street corner, instead of driving by and laughing, or walking around them and looking away, I challenge you to do for them what my baby sis did for me. Ask them how they're doing. If there's anything you can help them with, and fuck, maybe even smoke a cigarette with them.
Hell yeah.
Most of the time, all we want is to be heard. To make that connection on a human level, and to not be made to feel as crazy as we already do. Have compassion for everyone in all of your interactions, because you may unknowingly be saving someone's life. To the officers who took my life, I want to say that I am sorry for putting you in the position I did, leaving you all with no other choice. I lived my life thinking that none of you in blue had feelings. But all that changed the last 60 seconds of breath that I took when I saw you all rush to my side, trying to stop my bleeding and to keep my heart beating. I hope that you don't carry the weight of all this for too long. I forgive you. I hope that you can forgive me. And to my baby sis, I want to say that I am sorry for how things happened. Thank you for washing my blood off the sidewalk in the front yard so that Mom didn't have to see it. I want you to know how proud of you I am for pulling yourself out of your own wreckage. I'm sorry that I never had the chance to meet any of your new recovery friends. They all seem pretty fucking cool. And thank you for fighting for me. I may have lost my battle, but we will fight to win the war.
So that's what we do at Own It. You know, I was realizing this is our 9th show. Thank you so much, Saquon. Thank you for being here again.